Hey YouTube, welcome back. Beautiful summer day, June 2nd. Welcome to day 2 of 30. I think we're gonna have majority of our videos filmed in the evening like this, going for a walk outside. Just because it's more beautiful, it's green. You could probably hear the birds right now in the background. Yeah, just more of a peaceful video instead of me just indoors with LED lights standing next to the fridge. So I think this is going to be our style here. What is a CSA, Sarah? Why don't you explain that?
Alright, there's mosquitoes coming out.
Yeah, bugs come out.
It's called a CSA and it's a community sourced agriculture. Usually what happens is there's like a local farm. Usually they're not, sometimes they're smaller, sometimes they're bigger. But they have people sign up like us and you can purchase shares from them. And it's for the summer. Purchase that at the beginning of the year.
Now for us it goes from beginning of June till the end of October. So it goes for a while. June, July, August, September. 5 months for us.
And you pick it up every week right at the farm. They pick it right there. So what happens is they'll pick a bunch of stuff and then you come and you'll kind of go through like a buffet line of the veggies.
Yeah.
And they'll tell you, have a sign. Probably take pictures of ours.
Yeah, we will.
Sometime.
We'll
document it.
We'll show it during this month since we're uploading every day. We'll show you what veggies we get.
You have it and you say, go through the thing, 1 cabbage or so many of the stalks of the kale or whatever you have. Usually it's some kind of beans or whatever it may be.
All kinds of veggies, whatever grows around you.
So yeah, you go through and you get your little box.
We're a part of 2 of them now this year. It cost $500 each for us. One was $375 because we're gonna volunteer at it.
Yeah, the motorcycle.
That thing's gonna be loud.
Oh my, I think he's speeding, so I'm scared. Definitely speeding.
That guy was speeding.
Anyways, so yeah, that's kind of what ours is like, and ours is organic.
Both of them are.
Now I don't know if everyone is organic. Sorry guys, it's really
that
loud.
is really irritating. Frick, man, that guy is being a bozo. It's so peaceful and quiet out here. Ugh.
Okay. Anyways. So yeah, both of ours are organic. I'm not sure if all of them are. There's probably some of them that are sprayed. I don't know. This is the ones that we go to.
Yeah, one of them's from your co-worker of mine, and he graduated with you. We're getting one from him. We might interview him later this month, by the way. So why get a CSA?
So why get it? That's a good question. I think that one of the reasons is local, which you're supporting local business. It's not traveling far and wide to get to you overseas from another country, from some other tropical state, because we live in Michigan. It's picked exactly when it's ready. It's not picked and then ripening a week later, a month later, or stored in a warehouse for who knows how long, months on a shelf.
Yep.
Losing nutrients, because vegetables, I don't know if you realize it's a living thing. So, you know, if you have a garden, it's alive. You got to work to keep the thing alive. It's not a dead thing. So when you pick it, you're disconnecting it from its life force. So as soon as you pick it, it's starting to lose nutrients. I mean, it doesn't lose a bunch right away, but
actually, I think the moment you pick something, I think it's already losing nutrition.
So the longer, say it sits for a couple months versus something that you just picked. Say you picked a tomato and you ate it right off the vine versus that tomato that's been grown
a month
halfway
ago
across the country. You're gonna get a lot more nutrients in your food. So
nutrient density.
Yes. Nutrition.
What else is so great about a CSA?
more sustainable for our environment because you don't have to pay trucks to ship it, and fumes and fuel and pollution. You're protecting our environment by not by only just eating vegetables, but eating local. So you're eating local vegetables, protecting the environment.
So we even know where ours is grown, we know where it's coming from, get to know your local farmer.
Know them, you get to see where the farm is, where the food is grown.
Not supporting big corporations, how about?
Yeah, I mean, these big corporations, they're just out to make money. They're not, you know, they're not your local people.
Yeah.
Better just to put the money back into your community versus spending your dollar somewhere where you don't know where that money's going.
Yeah.
You're giving your money right to these people who are in turn using that money to grow your food.
We know Aaron's CSA, he doesn't spray it. He sprays zero chemicals. Because I don't know if you guys realize this, USDA organic is not necessarily 100% organic. That means 95 to 100% organic. So that is something to keep in mind. Aaron's at CSA is no chemical sprayed. Our other one, I thought they sprayed potatoes or something and that was it. But they're really good too. We've picked weeds there before.
You gotta wash this stuff really good because it is buggy.
Oh, yeah.
I have eaten bugs and gotten a little sick before, but
Yeah.
it's better than eating pesticides and having that in your system. At least bugs kind of can pass through you.
Yeah. Any other advice?
It teaches you to eat something that maybe you haven't eaten before.
Like, such as bok choy. That's not really in stores by us. But
yeah,
that's something we get in our CSA.
And you're gonna eat more seasonally too because you're gonna eat stuff that's growing right then.
Yeah. Teaches creativity. What I think is good is there just tends to be corruption in food. You see this throughout history. All right, let's give a good example. Factory farms. I think a lot of you guys that watch this channel are vegan. You know all about factory farms. I don't need to tell you. And if there is somebody that wants to know about factory farming, we'll be happy to make a video and talk all about it. A passion of Sarah's, I know, especially.
Mm-hmm.
She's passionate about it.
They're on every street in our town.
Oh yeah, well, maybe we'll show you on our bike rides. We go past.
You don't believe factory farming? I see it every single day.
We go by it all the time. We drive by it. We ride on our bikes. I could go down the street another 2 miles.
Just right down the road.
Right down the road, another 2 miles from here, and we'll run into a factory
It's like right by
farm.
my parents' house too.
So there is corruption in food. I know there's no corruption in this. You know, I think I've heard something like tomatoes that are produced in the South, if they aren't local and in season, like you're getting them in the winter, supposedly there's like slave labor. So I've heard, so I've read. Sometimes things are exaggerated, but the point is there's corruption in food. Look at Christianity. If you look into Christianity, Adam and Eve were tempted by fruit and they ate the forbidden fruit. Jesus fasted for 40 days. He was tempted to eat bread. If you also look into the Christian text, Israelites for 40 years they complained about the manna and the bread they were given. Genetically modified organisms. I know this is a controversial topic. Supposedly in 1994, when the Flavor Saver genetically modified organism came out, the FDA scientists had concerns of it not being generally recognized as safe. I've read in an article, there was not an overwhelming scientific consensus. So there's corruption in food. Monsanto, don't even get me started with them. Ugh.
No.
I hate them about it.
Monsanto, they're the worst. Monsanto, all they are is a chemical company.
Let's
be honest.
They somehow
That's
worked
what
their
they
way
do.
into the food
They
system.
produce chemicals. They don't even produce food. They just produce chemicals.
Yeah, man, don't even get me started with them. I guess if you want a video on them, I can tell you all about Monsanto. That's a passion I'm really passionate about ending. I might be more
corruption is so bad in that.
Corruption is so bad in that company, man.
It's such a big corporation. The money goes so deep in them, like it's ridiculous.
Or how about the Dark Act? Vermont, they were supposed to pass genetically modified labeling. They were supposed to label all GMOs, but they Monsanto and other companies, they managed to get around it. even though the state voted for it. So 9 out of 10 Americans want GMO labeling, and we can't get it passed. Companies spend billions of dollars this. And then, yeah, Monsanto and their chemicals. So point is, there's corruption in food. There always has been. It's because food is power. Food is life. If you look all throughout history, I can't think of any specific good examples right now, but you look at history and there's wars over food. I mean, there have been wars over food. There's a lot of corruption in food. And I feel like with this local, oh, that guy is coming back down the same road. It's gonna kill us. I'm gonna throw a stick in front and make him trip.
Okay, I'm gonna die.
He's slowing down now. I don't think you're cool, dude. I know you think he thinks he's cool. I don't think he's cool. So there's a lot of corruption in food. That's the point. We can see throughout all history. Comment below a story where there was corruption in history over food, or a war over food. It's all throughout history.
Point being, I just think that you need to make that back to where our ancestors did, where people had their own gardens, they were growing their own food, like the Amish. They kind of got it right, you know. They have it where, you know, have a big garden and, you know, share it with your neighbor. Maybe your neighbor grows something you don't grow and you share it with them, and, you know, you kind of just, everyone just kind of bands together to feed.
Yeah.
Feed
the
your
way
family.
it should be.
You know, and you share your knowledge of this or that, and
think of how much money we could all save, and how much money we would all save if we all had our own gardens, and just how much of the world could eat if everybody grew their own food. I mean, we'll be showing you our garden later this week.
I mean, you got people that are growing food on a rooftop in the city.
Anywhere that's possible.
You know, and that's what you gotta do. You gotta start getting back to, you know, the fruits and vegetables that are right in that you can pick right from yourself.
Oh.
Grow anything in the winter time. Why? And I think that's why a lot of times people eat potatoes and stuff in the winter, is because that's a vegetable that it lasts. It lasts for a long time. It lasts for months. So
Yeah.
they just went back to potatoes and canned tomatoes, and they probably made a lot of soups with potatoes and something like a dried bean with something like that. And then in the summer, when they had all this stuff, you ate more things of lettuce and
Yep.
and greens, and you just filled up with all those greens and those vegetables.
Well, so yeah, guys, it was not a bad idea to get a CSA. It's local, it's more nutrient dense. There's so much corruption in food. Leave a comment below on a story, a famous story throughout history, because I can't think of any at the moment. A famous story throughout history where there was a war, even if it was recently or in the last couple of years or thousands of years ago. Leave a comment below. Corruption in food.
Subscribe to this channel and give it a thumbs up.
Yeah. Tomorrow is smoothie recipe.
Yes.
Delicious.
So share this video with your friends.
Yeah, a smoothie recipe for picky smoothie drinkers.
Yes.
Got to give some smoothie recipes during this 30 days. We'll give a couple. All right. So remember to stay hydrated, stay healthy, eat lots of whole foods, treat others the way you want to be treated, encourage one another, build each other up, and you will do great. See you tomorrow, guys.
All right. Bye.